Welcome to Yes Bitch TV, Honey Yes God. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, sharing is caring, bitch. Okay? Let us share and then let us care. Okay? Hitting the notification bell will also update you each and every time I've uploaded something new. So, let's get into my review of Chasing Dallas, Season 2, Episode 11. Before we get into this extremely dry ass episode, I needed lotion. I needed lotion like a bitch with eczema needs motherfucking moisture, bitch. Let me tell you something, girl. Like, before we get into this regurgitated filth, and what I mean by that is, if have y'all ever seen Animal Planet, where they're showing you how birds, how the parent birds feed their children, where they swoop down, they catch the food child, and they basically eat it, they digest it whole, and then when they deliver it to the child, they just spit it up in the child's mouth. Or in further relation, remember when great 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 to grandma used to like chew the food and then give it to the baby? That's the kind of regurgitated filth that I'm talking about. And we're going to get into it. But before we go further, I want to shout out the Chasing Dallas cast. We're nearing the end of this season, and I do want to say thank you to everyone that came onto our platforms. Most of the interviews were conducted on my platform, but they are nothing without the Justice League and, of course, the guests that came on. For the ones that responded to DMs, for the ones that have kept the connection going, I appreciate every last one of you. And from the bottom of my heart, I really do. And I do hope that you guys are staying safe during this troubled time that we find ourselves in. But yes, I do appreciate you guys. You guys have been great sports. I know that it cannot be easy, especially for the newcomers. And this season definitely has a lot of newcomers that are, new to this reality experience. And having people sit on the sidelines judging, 30 minutes, well, not even 30 minutes, girl, because when you take into credits and commercials or whatever you call those things, you know, I'm trying my best not to be shady here. But since there's not much to talk about, this will most likely be quick, okay? But I do want to say shout out to you guys. Again, I know it can't be easy. You guys have been wonderful sports about everything. And thank you for coming on doing the interviews. Everything that I've been receiving from the viewers and the comments on every last one of these interviews have just been mostly just positivity. They getting to know you guys on a different level, because again, we only get a drop of sand in the desert, bitch, to get to know you on TV. So again, thank you guys for coming out. Again, the invitation is still extended to Rock, and it is still extended to Trey Womack and one of his hair pieces. Only one can come, Trey. Only one hair piece can come to the interview, girl. Anyway, who girl? Again, love y'all so much, and yeah. Now let's just get into the episode, shall we? Let's break this the fuck down, girl. So we see that Trey Womack is supposed to be talking, meeting up with his friends, okay? Meeting up with his friends, talking to. He was really supposed to be promoting or talking about his little business venture that he wants to get started, which is most likely that piercing line. Girl, do you have fun, make your coin. But in this whole entire 1,000-year scene, bitch, I was plucking grays out, girl, and chain smoking cigarettes through this whole motherfucking scene. I'm like, girl, this is too long, and you didn't even get a chance or the opportunity to talk about what the fuck it is you claim in your confessional, what you came to talk about. All we talked about was, yet again, regurgitated filth. So, and there's also some shade in here. Did King Kane have sex with one of the friends, the friend that was in the middle? That's what I got from that. Y'all got to clarify. Did King Kane have sex? They said she did admit that she was a whore back then. Okay? That she was out here hooing and doing. So, the little shade that you threw, I wonder, did him and the friend, did King Kane and the friend in the middle have sex? Anyway, moving on, there's a conversation about, again, regurgitated filth. This particular scene, for me, is out of sequence. And maybe the viewers will feel the same way. I don't know. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you feel the same way. This scene should have been an extension of after the meeting where we have outed CJ as being the snake in the fucking grass. Because at this point, to start this episode off like that, I just was like, girl, like this again, regurgitated filth. Okay. Birds feeding the children, honey. Yes, God. So you're telling me that this is okay to start this episode off that way? When we're all over this fight, we don't care about what happened anymore. Everyone's done explained it from their point of view, their vantage points, their 11 million angles that we've seen. And we're not going to sit here again and throw out the fact that he's being body shamed as it's a trigger. Girl, no, we're not going to do that. Trey Womack is not absolved from any of his, fuckery. We're not going to do that. And we're also not going to continue to talk about this fight. It's beating a dead horse. It's like, girl, no, we're over it. We're over it. We're over it. We're over it. There's nothing you can tell me that'll make me change the way that I've always felt when the fight first started. So it is what it is. A lot of people are saying that Reese stated that there was no gun, but if my recollection is clear enough, I do remember saying Reese said there was a gun, but the gun was never fired. But if I'm wrong, then forgive me. But we and Trey Womack basically just confirmed that there was a gunshot. She had to pull her stuff. You know how the girls got to show out. Anyway. Now, people want to question, did she have legal recourse to do so? You have to fight force with equal force. I know that's the gun laws here in Florida, and I'm quite sure it extends the same. But Texas, they love their guns, so their laws may be a little bit more looser than ours are in Florida. I don't know. But if a bitch is jumping on, I don't know. And I don't know, can you be jumped by ants when you're like this big-ass polar bear? Anyway, I don't have many notes because there's not much to talk about. But I do want to pay love and homage to Markeel. Markeel is definitely growing on me. The past couple of episodes, I've totally lived for him. Now, when you were throwing chairs and fucking ice water and shit, I wasn't here for that type of stuff. But seeing you lately, I have just been like in awe. And this 360, you did come on the interview. Thank you so much. And you did talk about how you were trying to be living differently and making better decisions and not being so shady and just basically working on yourself. And I'm seeing that person play out as the episodes continue. So, and your business situation going on, I did not know about the, being on number 3 on film festival shit. Congratulations, honey. That's what I'm talking about. And get your business right. And also, before you upload stuff for sale and things of that nature, run it by a professional who works in that field. That way they could have caught those copyrights for you before you did all the work and to put it up. But I don't know that process. I don't know how easy it is to redo everything, but I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, especially when I do my videos and they take some of my videos down, bitch, or like copyright me for some music that I put in here, it pisses me off because like I match my music to the vibe of what it is that I'm talking about. Probably not for this video though, but I was in that mood. Okay, yes, God. But congratulations, Markeel. He met up with one of his friends / business associates that's been assisting him with this whole movie situation. Again, the girls are working. The girls are showing what it is that they can do. That's what the fuck we are here for. Amen. So Markeel, shouts out to you. Love you, boo. Okay. Now, Imani Van Zap, honey, came through serving truth and justice on the girls. And that's just on that. Okay. Truth and justice was served. Now, we see Markeel yet again hanging out with Trey Womack in one of his many pieces, okay? Totally serving us. I like it, though. I'm not gonna lie. If Dior's not doing his hair no more, then that means there's another badass hairstylist out there in the world. If y'all can be sitting out here having these bald girls look like they just been had hair, bitch. Okay, been had hair, girl, and it's not going no motherfucking where. Trey Womack definitely serves me as Cynthia. Every time we see her, she's in a new do. And I'm here for it, girl, because it does look good. I'm not going to lie. But there comes a time where if something looks too perfect, it can come off looking fake. And unfortunately, the girls have been dragging you, Trey Womack, because you've just been looking like, I don't know. But it's cute to me, but I can tell that there's some fraudulence. Okay, now you're definitely not one I'm gonna do an interview. Oh my god, this is just jokes though, boo. This is just jokes. Don't take it seriously, honey. It reads well, I guess. But Markeel and Trey Womack, they meet up. I guess Markeel's supposed to be DJing. I would have loved to see that. That is part of you're chasing something. You're out here giving the girls something that they can vibe to, honey. Yes, God. But they're just basically walking the strip and again regurgitated filth. But I did love the perspective that Markeel gave, and he was 100% real. That to me is the sound advice that I would give somebody, or the opinion that I would give somebody, especially when keeping it real goes right. Okay. And Markeel, I love the way that you thought about the situation. I love the way how you're not judging anybody and you're willing and open and genuinely receptive to hearing the truth. But like you said in your confessional, and like all the girls across the land have been saying, we are tired. And as giving you the real tea would say, tired and delayed and through. Get that shit the fuck up out of here. We don't want to talk about it no more. Okay. Then we get to oh, and apparently again we get to talking about CJ's situations. That's okay. Let's beat this dead horse, girl. And it just furthermore shows how if you're not a real person and you don't know how to effectively communicate with friend or foe, or frenemy, a bitch that's in between. Okay, if you don't know, if you're not real in yourself to be able to do that, people like CJ, snakes in the grass, they will be able to work their fucking magic. They're sitting right in front of that cauldron, girl, stirring up that motherfucking potion of fuck shit, and they're about to spread it across these girls because y'all are not real with yourselves. And that's a read of reads right there for all of you girls that are involved in this shady situation. If you are not real within yourself, and I'm not calling y'all some fake ass bitches, but what I'm saying, if you're not grounded and balanced and know who you are as a person yet, it'll be easy for these fuckers to come through and sprinkle the seasoning of doubt and confusion on your motherfucking head and play y'all like puppets. Because that's exactly what he did. But I am glad, it's fucked up that it came to blows for the truth to come out. Okay? And in a way, I did hate that episode, but I'm grateful for it because it lets us know what the fuck and what to beware of, honey. Beware, bitch. Beware of raggedy ass whores. But hopefully, at this moment in life, we'll be able to move on past this, and Dior and everybody will understand that yes, shit was said in the recordings, but ultimately we had some girls over there stirring. But then again, you can't stir a pot that can't be stirred, because if y'all was again true in yourselves in nature and balance, like I said before, a hoe wouldn't have had that kind of power to push y'all. Anyway, we get to Reese and Ariel. Ariel is late, and we can tell because the dress was cute, but the hair and was nothing. And Ariel, I love you down, girl, but I always tell the girls, if you're gonna dress to the T, dress to the nine, and congratulations on whipping up a dress within 2 hours, girl. But again, you wouldn't have had to do that if you had marked your calendar like Really Big TV said. Okay, Really Big TV, I agree. Bitch, this is an important time. You should have marked your calendar. But then again, I understand you could be busy in the midst of all the things going on. You just forget. We're human. It's allowable. But the hair was not working for me. You should have did better for the hair. The dress was everything. Now we get on to Reese G. They're going to some LGBTQI plus A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 event. The event looked a little empty to me. I don't know. Maybe that's when Corona started. I don't know. The girl says we are social distancing. I don't know what's tea. It didn't look all that full to me, but then again, maybe the cameras were only allowed to capture certain moments. Reese's outfit was cute to me. I lived for the kimono, but I didn't live for the undergarment that was underneath it, the pantsuit or whatever it was. Maybe a darker color, but I wasn't living for the white, although white does look good on Reese. That's all we got. That's all we got, and that's all I got, and that's all I want to give. Girl, y'all go get y'all lotion, that special lotion y'all need for y'all eczema because this was dry. But we are at the end. And next episode, it seems like there's gonna be some hickory dickory dock. The mouse went up the clock, honey, and we're gonna be we're gonna be fighting. I just want to know, where was that energy, girl? Where was the energy, Reese, for Markeel when he was throwing chairs at you? But I get it in the heat of passion. I get it. Be blessed, never stress, guys. Drop them in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Yeah, I expect better. But hey, It is what it is. We do what we can, right? Again, y'all be blessed, never stressed. Be safe out there in these streets, girl. They're out here locking the girls down. Y'all don't be out here in these streets trying to fight these police officers and get them another reason. Okay? For real. Stay the fuck home, bitch. Do what y'all gotta do. I'm out. Bye.